Guys, this is going to be your daily tarot guidance reading for February the 27th, 2018. Okay, so this is for Tuesday's energies. So much love to you guys, all of you who are watching and viewing this reading. Okay, so I asked Divine Spirit to give me divine insight and clarity into the collective energies for all those who are meant to receive this message, and that it be received with much love, healing, insight, and clarity, and healing, if I didn't say that already. Alright, I will be using my Liberty Tarot of Stars Eternal. It's kind of like an inspired version of Aleister Crowley, whatever's Thoth deck, which I do have the mini version of. Yeah. So that's which deck I'm using for the overall energy, for the general portion of this reading. Okay, so Divine Spirit, what is the energy surrounding the Tuesday's energy? Thank you. First card out is the Knight of Spears, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. I don't know how this card came out reversed. So, if you guys are interested in your own personal reading, you guys can definitely follow me on Instantgo, which is a mobile app. You guys can get text message readings from me within a 24-hour time frame or sooner. I also do video chats there, video chat readings, phone call readings there. Also, if you guys are looking for something more full and in-depth, you guys can reach out to me on my website. Make sure you guys follow me on my blog, on my website as well. I have various types of readings there. If you guys would like to follow me on social media, all of the information will be in the description box below. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So you have the Five of Swords as the challenge energy, if you can see it. Sorry, the lighting. The High Priestess, if you can see, it's one of my favorite cards in this deck. The Tower. This card doesn't want to come out. Okay. Pull straight from the top. Okay. Nine of Swords. Bottom card is Magus, which is the Magician, if you can see him. Okay. Alright. Alright, so some of you guys may feel a little bit defeated by something. That was the first word that I heard, defeated. So with the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Spears, I feel a strong energy with a female Virgo and a male Capricorn. Could also be a Taurus energy, but I'm getting female Virgos and male Capricorn energy. It could be feeling defeated in your relationships with each other or just within your relationships or situations, period. There could be an imbalance where part of you there's an aspect of you that wants to work on something, and there's another aspect of you that feels like it has to go a certain way, you know, that it has to be fine, detailed, very specific. You know, as a Virgo energy, very perfectionist energy. So it could be this false sense of what perfectionism is, you know, putting a lot of work and energy into it. Then there's the Taurus energy that's stubborn and fixed in its own ways. So that can kind of work against this energy, but it's feeling defeated in some sense. Maybe these are just internal energies. They have nothing to do with any outside sources or people. But the real challenge is the Five of Swords and your challenging obstacles position. So some of you guys be very mindful not to cut someone's head off. Make sure that, and it could even be that someone, if others are coming at you in a disrespectful manner, this is an Aquarian energy. This is like more of a female Aquarian energy. So some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius female or could be an Aquarius female, or kind of like this Queen of Swords energy where she has a tendency to be very honest and blunt, but she kind of, in her good side, I feel like she can protect, you know, her, you know, protect others, stand up for them, speak up for them. A flip side of it, she can also, spare people the hurt by speaking her truth, because, she doesn't hold back, but I feel like she takes in consideration of how others are going to feel about what she's saying. And there's the opposite of that, where she just doesn't give a fuck and she just cuts your head off. She has a sword for a tongue. And I feel like that can either be you or someone else. And it's like someone just gets their head bit off. And I feel for some of you, this is in relations to goals or some sort of intentions that you're trying to manifest and you're working on. And you just kind of feel like you have to play your part in this. Like, this is they're messing with your intentions, are messing with your goals that you have set for yourself. And you're not taking no prisoners. You're not taking any BS. I feel you're serious about whatever it is that you're working on. Or that's important to you, and you're not allowing anyone to interfere with that. So you have the High Priestess in your approach to the situation. She's got this Isis energy to her, which I usually see the High Priestess as Mother Isis. So it's like you have all, you're multidimensional. You are working on something, but it's like you feel like your insight is kind of limited, or you feel like you're kind of bound to, it's like feeling limited. You feel like you have limited information or insight, or you're just not getting it. It's like, I know there's something, but I can't figure out what it is. I don't know how to tap into it. I can't reach this energy, whatever it is. I feel like your intuition is very much at a high frequency right now. I feel like your crown chakra, or your ear chakra, your clairaudience may be very, very strong. Even if that's not your strongest ability, some of you right now, you're hearing things and you'll know how to decode what you're hearing. And I feel like it could just be second guessing yourself. So it's approaching the situation by trusting in your insights right now, because your intuition is very, very high. And I feel like you have the assistance of, your higher self. You have the assistance of your guides and your angels to tap into this information that you feel like otherwise you're not able to really get. You feel kind of like a struggle vibe from it. Like, I'm trying to get to it, but I don't know if I am able to get it. With the Tower card as your focus, where Spirit's suggesting you place your focus, I feel like is you have to surrender to this energy a little bit. I just get a lot of control and not really trusting and allowing energy. And some of it, you are going to have to allow people to throw themselves under the bus. That could be it too. You have to allow other people to do what they do. You have no control over other people's energy, what they do and what they say, whether it's to you. It's like vomit of the mouth. This looks like a dragon. I don't know how you can see this card. Okay, there you go. This looks like some sort of monster or something, with teeth, and it's this fire that's coming out. But it's like vomit of the mouth. And again, with the Five of Swords, I feel like someone is just gonna get their head cut off. Like, if anyone speaks against you or against something, you either will react to it, or Divine Spirit is gonna do something in a way where that person eats their words. So you don't have to fight these battles. Spirit is going to fight the battle for you, or your higher self already knows what it's going to do, or it's just natural flow of the universe, or karma has it all handled, whether it's good karma or whether it's bad karma. Spirit has a way of handling it, and I feel like it seems very chaotic right now. It just seems a lot of ego involved, but I feel like on the other side of it, there's a blessing in disguise, or there's going to be peace once this all, balances itself out. Yeah. So, conclusion is the Nine of Swords. So the conclusion, I feel like, for you may very well be, are you going to drop, I'm hearing the dead weight, are you going to drop the dead weight, which could be your fears and your negative thinking and thoughts? because they have a cause and the effect of these thoughts are not good, obviously, because they're coming from a lower vibration. They're coming from a negative place of fear. It's like you're manifesting and giving birth to these thoughts, which lead to the Ten of Swords, you know, and you don't want to get to that point. It's like you're conjuring up, or people are trying to get a rise out of you, trying to get a reaction out of you, trying to get anger out of you. And it's like, are you going to, you know, fall for that? Are you going to allow your ego to fall for that, or allow these people to get you to that point? Because right now, there's a potent energy around you to manifest and to create as the magician, as the high priestess. Very strong energies that surround you. So it might be you're being tested by people, you know, even if they mean ill will towards you or they don't mean it. It could just be a test. It could be, you know, a trigger. And triggers, you know, I've come to realize they're not necessarily negative. They're kind of like small epiphanies and awarenesses of things that are within ourselves, you know, whether these are warm and fuzzy triggers that make us feel good, or whether these are triggers that make us hurt, make us mad. I don't want to hear that. They're kind of like a person mirroring or signaling back to you, like your soul saying that's something that you need to pay attention to. That's something that maybe you need to heal. That's something maybe you need to let go of. That's something maybe you need to embrace more of. Something you need to accept for yourself, you know, celebrate within yourself, whatever it resonates with, or however it resonates with you. That's how I feel triggers are. They're like mini epiphanies throughout the day. So we're constantly getting those signs and signals from the universe, those ahas every now and then, even if it feels like it's painful, it's horrible, you don't want to deal with it, or it's like it feels warm and fuzzy, it feels good. Either way, we're constantly triggered, and that's our spirit's way of showing us there's something to see here, there's something to pay attention to. Okay? So people might be trying to throw you off your game, or spirit's trying to test you, see if you're really committed to what your goal is, your intentions are. Even if it's a small intention, a mundane intention for the day, like, you know what, I'm going to complete this project today, I'm going to get this done, I'm not going to let you get in the way of that, I'm going to finish it. Or it's a big goal, you know. So let's move on to the love energies. Divine Spirit asks for highest guidance, highest truth, and clarity. For love, matters of the heart, partnerships and relationships of all kinds. For Tuesday, February 27th, 2018. Thank you. Okay, 5 of feeling alone, which is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, Shine, which is the Sun card in this deck. Oh, that's my card. Okay. Sacral chakra, Manifest, which is the Magician. So technically we have the Magician twice in this reading. Take the Lead, which is the 3 of Wands. And Confront, which is the Moon card. So overall energy is 5 of feeling alone. So some of you guys are kind of, you know, either you're shifting out of this energy of feeling by yourself when it comes to love, maybe feeling disconnected from the world, maybe feeling as though you don't belong or you would like to belong. Some of you guys are shifting out of that perception, you know, that experience, that reality. You're shifting out of that. For others of you, you might be struggling to get out of that energy and shift your energy from feeling as though you're shunned out and others don't get you, or you're going to be single forever, or, you know, you're just walking this path by yourself, and Divine Spirit, I'm sorry, I gotta move this light out of the way so you can see the card, is just not supporting you, and others are not supporting you. You're just out here by yourself, you know, lost, just pretty much lost out here. With the Shine card, which is the Sun, this represents your obstacle and challenge for today when it comes to love. So it's pretty much that light and fluffy energy where you feel very open to others. So you have this energy like you have to protect yourself. You have to protect what's yours. You could feel like people are trying to come against that or sabotage it, which some people might be doing that, either intentionally or unintentionally. It could be that that's not really what's happening. It could just be you feel very defensive about what's yours. Um, and it could be that perception. Either way it goes, I feel like you're not really wanting to open so much. You don't really want to share your energy right now. Some of you may feel like it's best to just be, in this reclusive vibe. Like, I'm not, I need to isolate myself. I need to just disconnect a little bit or detach from others right now, which may call for that. For some of you, you might have to do that to raise your vibration again. Sometimes when we spend too much time in other people's energy, we get drained, we get zapped. It goes back to that other reading I was saying for Monday's energy, where you do have to create healthy boundaries, because some people do, it's easy to, have a person's energy attach themselves to us, whether it's, so-called good or bad energy, or whether this person is zapping your energy on purpose or unintentionally. We might not know it, because we're vibrational beings, so we're constantly taking on different energies and vibrations. So it's always good to protect your energy, set boundaries for yourself, or cleanse your energies after certain interactions. You might talk to a friend who's going through a bad time right now, and it's easy as an empath to empathize with that person and feel what they're feeling and take that energy on, and then you're just walking around moping and you don't know why. So you always have to cleanse, or you get into an argument with people, cleanse that energy out. Shake hands with strangers, you don't know where their energy is. You have to cleanse yourself from that. Hugging people, but with this, it's like you're not really feeling that open. You're not in the best of moods right now. I feel like you don't really have that energy to give right now outside of yourself. And it may call for you to, could be a sign from Divine Spirit that you do need to cleanse yourself or kind of protect your energy as much as possible, or that you're just not in the space to be open to everybody and everything. Then you have the sacral chakra as your approach to the situation. So I feel like the approach to the situation is for you to know exactly what you want and what you stand for in a situation. It could also call for you, feeling very passionate and very much, it's like this revitalizing energy, or it could be a creative energy, a passionate, strong energy, and Spirit's telling you to move towards that, because it could be that you have a goal set in mind for yourself. It could be creating a partnership that you're seeking, or, it could be a sexual energy between you and a partner. If so, it could very well be that either your sacral chakra needs cleansing, because as we know, sexual energy is very powerful. Any sexual exchanges you have with people, I even would say you don't really have to physically do the thing. It could just be the energy between you and that person, the thought of it with each other, or them just touching you. You have to be careful with that too. You have to build boundaries around your sexual energy. So some of you might need to cleanse yourself, cleanse your wounds, cleanse yourself energetically from whoever you just laid with. It could also be that you need more sexual energy to create. It doesn't mean that you have to physically get involved with sex. It could just be taking that energy and transmuting it to create and to give you inspiration in manifesting. Could also be that as well. For others of you, it could just be that your sacral chakra is imbalanced, or it's being overworked. For some of you, I feel. Manifest is your focus, which is the Magician card. So again, Spirit's telling you to focus on what your intentions lie, because your energy to manifest is very strong. And I said that in the general. It's very powerful. So be very mindful of where you're placing your energy, what's important to you and what's not important. Even if you're in this place of feeling maybe a little bit of low energy, be sure to place more of your focus on what you actually want, the positive energy. Because we're humans, we're going to fight between feeling up and feeling down, or having good experiences and having so-called bad experiences. It's more so where you place your attention. The more you ignore whatever it is you don't want, the more it's going to go away, right? So it's really up to you, and you have to be wholehearted. You know, your heart has to believe in what you are, what your intention is, and what you're trying to manifest. Also, your head also has to be on board with it as well, and believe in it, that it is so, that you have the ability to do it, and also believe in the limitless and the infinite possibilities in the universe, that it's not, we're also creating, but we also co-create with a higher being, a higher power, a higher energy, an energy that is unseen, unknown to us. So whatever it is, we might have limitations, like I don't know how this relationship is going to work, I don't see how this and that is going to manifest, I've been single for this long, me and my partner, me and this person are just having it out, I don't know how this is going to work. Yeah, and our conscious, you know, our human perception, we look at things from a very lower perspective. If it doesn't go this way, then I don't see how it's ever going to work. We constantly go to that space. But it's like the universe has so many different plans. But if you just say, this is what I want, Spirit's like, okay, I got you. I'm going to work something out behind the scenes, and you just follow your intuition, follow your heart, follow your urges, whatever you feel guided to do. And we'll take care of the rest. We'll work on everybody else. You don't have to worry about this and that person, or when this person's going to come along, because we've got all of that handled. So the take the lead card is your conclusion. So again, it's really in your hands, with the solar, it's like the sun energy, the solar energy, and then you have the shine card. You could be having a hard time with finding inspiration to manifest, or finding the energy to manifest, or the positive, or feeling like you have the power within your hands to manifest, which you do. You either just have to be open to receive or claim what it is that you're trying to manifest. So it takes some sort of initiative from you. We can't say or pray, you know, I want this to happen, and not do our part. Take some sort of action. Or, you know, when we feel guided to do something, just sit around and wait for someone else to do it, you know, wait for that ship to come in. It's more about you doing what you are guided to do. The power is within your hands. The energy of creativity lies within yourself. Okay, so let's do the pick of cards for the Romance Angels, and that will conclude our reading for Tuesday. Okay, so Divine Spirit asks for highest guidance, truth, and clarity for the collective. And I'm just going to pull 3 cards as usual. So whichever cards you feel drawn to. Divine Spirit, thank you for your loving guidance, truth, and clarity for all those who are seeking guidance. I ask that these cards give them clear insight, accuracy, love, and healing. Divine Spirit, thank you for whomever is meant to hear this message. Okay, no more shuffling. I get it. Okay, card 1, card 2, and card 3. So those other cards got rejected, so I'm just going to leave them behind. So 1, 2, and 3, when you're ready. Okay. All right, first card out. Romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring, and it says it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So for some of you, you guys are afraid to follow your heart when it comes to love, or when it comes to a specific person or persons. You have this fear of opening up yourself to someone, or showing them how you feel, or telling them how you feel, or just showing them, you know, or giving something to the connection, or allowing someone to show you something or give you something when it comes to love in return. There's this fear about it. But Spirit's telling you, whatever you're feeling, whether it's love, whether it's curiosity, whether it's fear. Spirit's telling you to explore those feelings because they're valid. There's something within it for you to see, but nonetheless, it's safe for you to give and open your heart. It's always safe for you to love. Spirit never tells us to withhold our love, to withhold any feelings that we have. Every feeling we have is valid and is worth exploring and worth knowing where it's coming from and what it means. So some of you guys are kind of afraid to get to know people or get to know a person because of that fear of rejection or that fear of being hurt. And that fear is what's keeping you from trusting. It's like the fear of the unknown keeps us stuck, and the fear in relation to the past keeps us stuck. It's like we have to always remind ourselves to be present because all we have is right now. The past is over and done with. The future is constantly being created and moved based upon where we are right now. So all we have is right now. Okay. Card 2. Healing family issues with retreat. So your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It's time to disconnect from the world. So some of you guys right now are having some inner child triggers or something from your past is triggering you in relations to love. And I feel like Spirit's telling you to kind of take a pause, on a relationship as far as trying to move it along to a commitment, or before you go out and seek a commitment with someone or a partnership. It calls right now, I feel, for you to heal some things first. Because it's like you might have a warped perception of a love relationship or marriage or commitments based upon something that happened to you in your childhood, or what you were raised to believe about partnerships, or something that happened to you in a past relationship. But I feel like this is an inner child wound or trauma. And I feel like you and your partner may, if you have a partner, may share the same childhood trauma. And you guys might trigger that within each other. And I feel it's very important to go within deeper as to how this is affecting your connection. Or if you find that you're attracting the same type of people in your life, why that is. And I feel like it's going to go back to your childhood, or back to a parent, or back to some experience in perhaps your first relationship for some of you. Okay. Card number 3. Heart-to-heart conversations with free yourself. Okay. So it says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and it's time to take back control of your life. So some of you guys need to have those conversations where you're not holding back how you feel. Okay. It's like you're limiting yourself. There may be some sort of liberation that comes out of speaking your truth to someone or people that you love. You're being guided to have those important conversations, regardless of how this person or people are going to take what you have to say. Doesn't matter. It's meant to liberate you. It's meant to free you. It could be that you need to express to someone that you need more space, or you want to break up, or, something that you feel has been keeping you stuck, and you need that liberation, that freedom, or this conversation is going to be that thing that liberates you and frees you. You just have to get out of your fear, out of this, you're caging yourself up based upon possibly a fear of what this person is going to think. This, can't really say it because of lighting, but it's like this man, he's not really trying to hear what she has to say, and I feel like that's your fear. And even if this person or people, it could be multiple people involved, that you want to say something, and it's quite possible that they might not get it, but you're being guided to say whatever you have to say for a reason, because it's meant to free you. It's meant to get you out of a cycle, out of a I feel like a dangerous cycle, or a toxic cycle or situation, or just an outdated energy, and it's time for you to free yourself out of it. It's time to get out. Okay, so that was your reading, you guys. Much love to you guys as always. Thank you for watching. Until the next reading, peace.